Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gland Bodybuilding Mountain. And today I'm going to talk to you about something that is very simple. It's a foundational truth of natural bodybuilding. Once you've tested certain workouts or certain exercises, you'll start to see that there is a truth that threads through all things that relate to results when it comes to your natural bodybuilding goals. And the importance of this is that when you understand the foundational rules of what creates results, then you can start taking different variables from a lot of different types of training techniques or training routines and apply them to yourself in a specific way that is right for you. So I think what's happening is that we have certain things that are assumed that are foundational truths, right? There's these things like, say, so much volume per week, or a squat is all the way up and all the way down, like a lot of people have foundational truths like that. And when they start to base all of their training on those foundational truths, they start to have some sort of obstacles or problems that pop up because of it. So what I'm saying is that you need to go deeper into your foundation to understand what is the true truth instead of what is the false misconception. Too deep for you? No pun intended? So the fact is, if you're noticing that you're not getting results, or if you're getting injured, or something is happening in your training that is not meeting your expectation, it's time for you to investigate your foundational truths. And this can be in nutrition. This can be in training aspects like training techniques, training exercises, what type of range of motion you're using, what type of split, what type of volume, all these things. So I think this is the biggest mistake, is that when people falsely assume what a foundational truth is about anything, in this case we're talking about natural bodybuilding, they will not investigate where they might be wrong. And because they don't, they keep spinning their wheels and never get results. So this is why you'll see that I change things from time to time. With my diet, sometimes I'll do more fat and protein. Sometimes I'll do more protein and carbs. And I try to find where is the happy medium, not only in training, because here's the other thing in natural bodybuilding, is that your health is a deeper foundational truth than whether you have ab veins or not, right? Like, if you go so deficient in one type of macro or one type of mineral or another, and you still have ab veins and you look great on a bodybuilding stage, but yet you lose your vision or you lose the ability to walk, I mean, obviously you need to investigate the deeper foundational truths. So the deepest foundational truth that I'm basing everything upon is health, not on whether I look good in posing trunks or not, although that can be an added benefit, but it's not the main target that I'm pointing towards. And this will happen to every single one of you as you get older, or as you age, or as you train for periods of time. You'll start to notice that health is the most important foundation on which to base everything else on. Because when that goes, training goes. There's not going to be much results of training if you're struggling with a severe health issue. So what I'm saying is that there has to be one truth that threads through both, or two truths or three truths, but there has to be something that threads through both of these goals. Otherwise, you are going to hit a wall at some point and you're going to lose a lot of results because of it. Injuries are one example. If you get injured, obviously you won't be able to train with the same intensity anymore, right? If you tear a muscle, or if you herniate your disc in your back, we could say that these are issues that are extremely important and will affect your training or your ability to continue to exercise. So really the point of making this video is to get you to look at what your foundational truths are. But the main foundational truth that's a good one to start with is muscular tension that hits muscular fatigue within a minute or two is going to create muscular results, assuming the diet and everything else is there, right? And I find people are too worried about micromanaging 1 millimeter to the left or 1 millimeter to the right and whether they're getting the technique that perfect or not. The thing is that your sensations in the muscle will tell you whether you are getting the technique or not. I mean, if I punch you in the groin, you will feel that, right? If I squeeze your toe and I bend it backwards until it snaps, you're going to feel that. So why can't you apply that same awareness to what muscle is flexing or not? I know at first it can be kind of challenging, but funny enough, it will become this obvious to you whether you are feeling tension in an area or multiple areas, or the majority of the tension going into one specific area. You're going to start feeling this. And then when you have the courage to follow what those sensations are telling you, then you are going to start getting results, because you're not going to say, oh wow, Bob over there is doing a different range of motion, and even though that hurts my elbows, I'm going to do what Bob's doing instead of what I know to be true, what my body's telling me, what my body is telling me to trust, right? So first and foremost, you want to feel that muscular tension in the muscle bellies as much as possible, not in the insertion points, not in the joints, because your joints are already getting trained. You know, people keep telling me this. They're like, isn't it important to train your joints? Your joints are already taking a beating. They are not undertrained. And so the point is that can you use the joints efficiently in order to put on muscle? And this is really what I'm trying to talk about, is that you want to use the muscles in a way where you are feeling the tension on the muscles. Now, depending on your goals, depending on what you're trying to do, will depend on how you do certain exercises. So, you know, I just talked about this in a video where just subtle changes in grip changed where those forces were showing up, and sometimes a narrower grip or a wider grip can be better in order for you to hit a specific muscle group. So again, investigate this stuff, but also don't be afraid to investigate your deeper truths, because some of them might be full of shit. That's really what I'm going to say. Because, and the longer you live, the more you'll find out that there are some truths that stood the test of time, and other ones that have proven to be totally false. So keep the investigation going, keep the discovery going, and you're going to evolve and become a much better natural bodybuilder. So I hope this helps out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalgalantbodybuilding.com, and thanks to the patron supporters, and take care for now. Mountain.